Now, can Obito just go away, like, for real, for real? Like, this episode started off with Sage of Six Path talking to the previous Hokages about getting their chakra so they could basically get Naruto and Sasuke and the rest back to the original world. And then we go to the present time as Sasuke comes back with Sakura and Obito, and they're about to fight and stuff, and we just go to a fucking flashback. Now the episodes are like 19-18 minutes long in terms of episode, and the rest is just like intro and outro. But it took literally like 11-12 minutes of straight Obito flashback. Same shit over again and again. Fucking Rin this, Rin that. I'll be watching over you and stuff like that. Some typical shit that we've seen 100 times by the studio period. I believe you've seen that shit 100 times already, but what's the point of not repeating it again? We're just trying to drag the shit out of the show so we get more money out of it, but that's how it is. I don't really care at this point, but we go back to the fight and Sasuke finally comes back, and they start fighting Kaguya, but Kaguya switches dimensions, so she switches to this gravity where the gravity is way too hard. If you know what I mean. Their bodies were like, if you guys watch Bleach, when they would release their their what is it called? I forgot what it's called. I haven't watched Bleach in a long time, but where people would used to characters would just go down because their power was a lot. But that's how it is in this planet where the gravity is way too hard, and Naruto and Sasuke, and especially Kaguya too, she was on the ground for most of the time too, because of the fact that gravity is too hard. And what surprised me the most is that she could have done this already, but to get rid of all the shadow clones instead of wasting her fucking hella time just to try to kill them one by one. She could have done this already, and she got rid of the shadow clones in an instant. And what else is really surprising is the fact that three of the strongest characters, Naruto, Sasuke, and Kaguya, were affected by the thing, and they could barely move. But then you got Kakashi and Obito, which they moved freely. I mean, not freely. I mean, they still struggled, but they still were managed to move around. Just jump, just run around. Which doesn't really make sense at this point of the time. Kakashi is weak and Obito is really severely damaged by his eyes and stuff like that. And they jump in front of the Kaguya stick, and Obito uses his Kamui on Kakashi, so Kakashi lives on, and we get Obito getting hit by the stick, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna die. But before he dies, we gotta have a fucking flashback for the next week. Oh my god, just go away, Obito, like fucking damn. If you're fucking reading flashbacks, next week we're supposed to get Naruto and him flashbacks when they fought long time ago. Oh my god. It's probably gonna be like 10-12 minutes of flashbacks next week also, and then we're going to get back to the fight. I guess that's how they're gonna plan out the whole thing for the rest of the episodes, just flashback. I can't wait for Naruto vs Sasuke, because you guys know this already. If you're not trying to admit it, you're lying to yourself. You guys know that Naruto vs Sasuke is gonna have the most fucking gayest flashbacks ever, of them holding hands and shit like that. You guys would know that shit's gonna come around. But yeah guys, tell me what you guys think about this episode. I really hated the fact that they spent like 12 minutes of flashbacks of fucking Rin, which we're seen hundreds of times. No one gives a fuck about her no more. She died already. Fuck her. And Obito's about to die too. Why waste fucking precious screen time? 12 fucking minutes on them. I'm really pissed. So yeah guys, peace out.